Hi, in this video I want to show you how to create questionnaires in Market Dojo. So I'm on the event settings screen. I've already created an event and given it two questionnaires. One nice simple questionnaire, a pre-qualification questionnaire, and then secondly a slightly more involved questionnaire, a request for information, which unlike the PQQ has scoring and also weighting per section. With weighting, you can choose whether to have it per section, per question, or both. I'm just going to use per section today just to give you a flavour of what's possible. So let's get started. The first questionnaire, the PQQ, we're going to just use a template for that and then have a look at the results. So we can create one from scratch with this option, but I'm just going to use our template PQQ, which allows us to define a kind of a standard format for our questionnaires that everyone in the organisation can use. So this is my PQQ. You can see it's got one section and two questions. The section is called PQQ. I can edit the attributes for this section if I wish, and it has a description as well as a title. If it was a weighted questionnaire and weighted by section, then I would also have a weighting to set here as well. Within the section I have two questions, numbered as you can see. This first question is, do you agree to our terms and conditions? It's a mandatory question, indicated by this tick box here. I can add a description as well, perhaps something to include the participant in. Agree to our terms in order to participate. Great, so it's really clear. Question types, so there's a number of different question types we can have here. This one is quite limited because of the type of question it is. We'll say it's a yes/no in this case. And you can see here we've chosen to say that if they say no, if they answer no to this question, then we're going to fail them. So this is something in a PQQ which will prevent people from accessing any other parts of the event. So once they failed the questionnaire, they can't continue any further. In this case, we just want to get a bit more information just in case. So if they do agree to the terms of the PQQ, then they will be automatically passed on and they can continue filling out the event. If no, then we just want to get a bit more information from them before we decide whether to fail them or not. So why don't you agree? Again, is a mandatory question. This display when field shows that they will only have to answer this particular question when they answer, do you agree to our terms and conditions, this question, with an answer of no. So this is what we call a dynamic question. We only show this question if a particular answer was given to a previous question. And this question, again, has a question type. In this case, it's paragraph text. So we're just asking people to fill out some more information on why they don't agree to the question. So that's a nice simple question. First of all, a couple of nice features there. So the ability to ask dynamic questions and the ability to fail people that don't give the right answer automatically. Let's take a look at our second questionnaire now, which has a few more options. And we're going to create this one from scratch. So we'll click New Questionnaire, and we'll give it two sections this time. So let's say section 1 is technical capabilities, for example. Please tell us about your technical abilities here. Great. And we're going to give this one 75% of the weighting. So this will contribute 75% of the overall score. So let's save that. And then we can add our questions. And do you have experience with the following? And these technologies will be used on the project. Okay, so we're going to give this scoring of 10, and we can have multiple choice. So multiple choice allows us to Windows, we'll give them 5 points for Windows. Linux, we'll give them 3 points for Linux, embedded OS, 2 for that. So there's a total of 10 points available, and we're scoring them based on which of these answers they provide. So that's our first question. And let's add a second question as well, just to give you an idea of some of the other question types available. And let's make this one a document question. Please provide your insurance certificates, public liability insurance certificates. And we're not going to display this all the time. And this question is going to be a document question. So let me just mention quickly the different types of questions available. You can have a list where people can choose one option, multiple choice, where they can choose more than one option, the one we did above. One-line text, which is just free text that can be entered. Paragraph text, which is a larger piece of text. They can upload a document, which is the one we're going to do in this case. There's 2 more here. A date, so they need to enter a date as their answer. So that might be, for example, when their certificates are valid until, or perhaps when they gained a certain credential, or any other date question you may have. And then finally a table. So that's one question that has a number of rows and columns and can be used to capture more structured, detailed information. So for example, if you want the last 3 years of financial results, you can structure that as a table question. In this case, I'm going to make it a document upload and save the changes here. And right, I need to add one more section because I only gave the first section 25%, and we'll call this one company details. Company details. The system's automatically recognised that there's 25% remaining, so it will give this section the rest of the weighting available. Please provide details of your company address. And we will just make this a paragraph text so they can fill out their paragraph. Okay, that is it. That's how to create a questionnaire. Now, obviously, your questionnaires will probably be much longer than this and capture much more information. But I hope this gives you a good understanding of how to structure a questionnaire and how to create it in Market Dojo. Thanks very much for watching.